Hey Antti, how are you doing?
Fine, thanks.
First of all, congratulations on the completion of 15 years as a band and on the release of Seventh Swamphony. Uh,
Yeah,
so,
thank you.
how has the response been from the fans?
Great, as always.
That's true.
Yeah.
Now, you guys are on tour, so how's it going?
It was great. Maybe a bit more audience would have been great, but you
Hmm.
know when it's not weekend, so in Finland it's pretty hard to get audiences.
Right.
But in Nosturi we had great gig.
That's great. It's difficult to get crowd anywhere in the world on weekdays.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, over the years, not only has your sound got cleaner, but the production has become much more polished. How's the experience of working with Jens Bogren on the latest album?
It was very great.
Hmm.
In the studio, we had strong opinions about the sound we wanted to the album, and
Hmm.
at the end, Jens got the idea and just boosted everything. So
Uh-huh.
he didn't actually change anything dramatically.
Oh, that's really great. Now, I've been listening to a lot of albums which he has produced and mastered and stuff, and they are amazing. And no doubt with Kalmah as well, this new album sounds damn good.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's great. Now, you and Pekka started off as a band, called Ancestor for a good span of 8 years, since 91.
Yeah.
What caused the transition to Kalmah in 98?
At that time we found a band called Untestor. So it
Hmm.
was a black metal band, and then 1996 or something, we took keyboard player in the band, and after 5 or 6 demos, we had no recording deal, so we kind of wanted a new start
Hmm.
for the whole thing and changed the name, and maybe the style changed a little bit, but at the end we have pretty much used everything from the Ancestor demos in our album,
Absolutely.
so we have paid backs.
That's true. A question that us fans always wonder about is why you guys don't happen to tour that often outside Finland, despite releasing so many albums.
No, actually, it's kind of we are all working dudes. We have all day jobs, so
Oh, that's a
this is
must
kind of
these days.
yeah. This is it has always been a hobby for us, and
Hmm.
I guess it will be unless something big happens. But it's good as it is, so we can do quality gigs and
Hmm.
pretty much choose where we want to go. So
That's great. Now, to be honest, it just makes us want to see you guys live, even more.
yeah, that's true.
Well, Veli has proved to be a solid addition to the band in Seventh Symphony. So, is it the keyboards, the synth, and the melodies that made you call it the Seventh Symphony?
Well, we had it was kind of somebody I guess somebody just said this Swamphony thing, and then we just added the seventh because of the seventh album,
Hmm.
and we talks at that time that maybe we could do some symphonic stuff with the new album, and it's kind of related,
Right.
but it wasn't in the beginning, so the album name must be for the symphonic parts or different kind of so.
That's great. How did he happen to join the band? I noticed he played the keys for you guys on a Russian tour.
Yeah, in Russia and one gig in Switzerland as well.
Right.
So,
So, how did this entire process start?
well, when Marcelo left the band, we of course searched around and looked for our keyboard players,
Hmm.
but then we knew what Welski had because we had already done gigs with him, so we knew he was a great guy. And
Right.
in the beginning, we did a demo from the Seventh Swamphony
Hmm.
song and sent him the demo, and he did some keyboards on that, and it sounded really great. So then we knew that he's the guy.
Now, you guys have pretty much attached to the whole swamp theme in your music. Do tell us, what it is about in brief.
Well,
there's a character I've noticed appears on the Black Waltz album cover and the latest music video as well. Is he what I assume to be the Swamp Lord?
Well, he's kind of he's our Eddie.
Oh, he's your Eddie. That's
yeah. Well, it was kind of a joke in the beginning that we figured out the swamp thing at first, and of course the scenery we live in is covered full of swamps, so
that's
kinda,
more like it influences you.
Yeah. We pick berries and do things we hunt at swamps.
As a huge metal fan, I've observed that almost every Finnish band has a dark and melodic sound to their music. Melodic death metal pretty much owes its reputation to Finland. What inspires you to come up with such a unique sound?
That's hard to tell, maybe. But it's kind of I think the melancholy and all the stuff we have in Finland. I guess it comes from the pop music we have. It's kind of very melancholic, especially after the World War and the beginning of 19th century. So there was influences from Russia, I guess, in the pop music, and I don't know. I think it comes from there, the melancholic melodies and stuff like that, but. The sound in general, I don't know. Maybe I don't know about that.
you guys are pretty much known to to create melodic journeys when we listen to the music.
Yeah.
Now, marking 15 years together in a band as a milestone is amazing. Now, was this album something special to you guys?
Yeah, of course. Every album is special in a way, and. Well, this time it was special because we thought that we have had something like 3 album periods. So I think Black Waltz started a new era in band history.
Absolutely.
I guess this album, and this album, I guess it starts some kind of era as well. So with every 3 album, we change something a bit. So
that's really great because this album had a comparatively thrashy sound to it, which is kind of reminiscence of Ancestor.
Yeah, that's true, yes.
Your lyrical themes vary from politics, history, personal struggles, and swamps, like you said. So that's pretty diversified. So who usually writes the lyrics and who composes the music?
Pekka does basically all the lyrics. So and I write mostly all of the songs. But in this album I had 4 or 5 songs, and keyboard player did 1 song, and Pekka did 2 or 3. So there was diversity as well.
Oh, that's really great. Now it's been 15 years of playing together, and now with the new keyboardist on board, do you think we get to hear some guitar keyboard duels like in Hollow Heart in the upcoming records?
Yeah, I guess we had something in mind for this album, but we just didn't do it. So we have talked about it, that we are going to do a lot more duels and kind of together melodies in the future.
Now, quite a few of your songs have a choir-style chorus to it. Now, what would you pick out as the most vital part of the song?
I think everything as a whole, especially with the songs I write. So I want the songs to be that there's no kind of there's no parts I don't like. So not anything too easy kind of.
You don't consider the bits and pieces of the song. You consider it as a whole.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
and
great.
then every song has a highlight.
Absolutely right. That's true.
Yeah.
Now, what would you define as the milestone of your career?
Oh, well, the first album of course, was a big milestone. Yeah, I don't know.
It is. Come on.
Yeah. But you know, first album is always a first album. So I guess when it comes to gigs, we had one gig. We were in metal camp, and on the main stage, it was great.
Oh, that's really amazing. Now, I don't know whether it's right or not, so please correct me with that. I have observed a close relationship with you guys and number 7 because the release date too was 17th June. Is it just a coincidence or there is a motive behind it? The number 7, the mighty 7.
No, there's 7 is 7. There's no any other meaning for us.
No, it kind of looked too close for me, so I was like, okay, let me just ask you and see if there's anything I can get to know from it.
Oh, well, there's there's nothing special.
All right, that's cool. You have written tons and tons of songs. You guys have been writing it from last so many years. So there must be a song when you go on live on stage and you feel really, really, really proud about it. So which is your favorite song to play live?
Well, heroes to us it's always great. Every audience knows the song, and every audience gets crazy when we play the song. So I guess it's that when it playing, it's I like the new songs live because they have a kind of solos. I'm proud of the solos I did for the new album. So.
That's great, man. What are your opinions on the current metal scene and the rise of metal bands and fan funding through social networking sites and stuff?
Well, this social Facebook and stuff, I think it's very good for the bands because it's very easy to share pretty much everything with the phone or something, and
right.
Yeah, that's good, but I don't think Spotify and things like that are not so good. Because artists get...
Yeah, these days the bands have started the new trend of fan funding. Now they have some crazy fans everywhere in the world. They fund the band, and the band probably comes up with an album or some sort of a surprise for fans.
Yeah.
Do you consider Kalmah doing it, anytime soon, or any such plans?
No plans for.
No plans. Looks like Spinefarm is doing a good job as always.
Yeah, that's true. We trust Spinefarm, and
absolutely, yeah, that's really great. Now, the last question. We would be more than happy to see you guys come down to India once. So, do you guys have any plans of coming to India?
Well, we have had I think 1 or 2 offers from India later, but it's kind of not. It was not the right time for us to be in there. So we had something going on then. But I hope we get some offers from there. At least our drummer has been there on vacation. So
wow. So when is the right time for Kalmah to travel to India? Now you gotta tell me that.
Well, it depends always. We have stuff going on and work and stuff, so we don't actually know it. But every time we get an offer, we then think about it and talk about it, and hopefully it happens someday.
Oh, that's really great. Now, Antti, thank you so much for joining us on Metal Vani. We wish you all the best for the current tour and recording many, many more epic albums.
Thank you very much.